Using the WWCC framework, we can try and tackle these big problems, right? So how does it work? So let's say we have the first step is always to consider what we can see, which is the surface fact, something like food, something like music, something like clothing, something like the names of the different people, the names of elders, the names that you would call younger people. These are all the things that we can easily find out, hear about, and see. The second part would be to think about the deeper value of that. So everybody, loads of people have mentioned respect. So what you would want your students is, so if we take the example of Korea, we have all these words that you can call different people. For example, if my colleague is older, I have a certain name for them. If they're younger, I also have another name for them. Now, I'm not from that culture where we have specific names for different people. But I need to understand that in order to be able to understand how respect works in South Korea. And this is where that deeper value comes in. I have to ask the why question. Then the third step is for your students to compare. So this is where you bridge the gap. So you look at my culture versus this other culture. What are the differences? What are the similarities? And this is not to put anyone down. This is not to say I'm better than this person or this person is better than that person. This is just for them to learn how to observe things, breaking it down, observing it, seeing the differences, the similarities, and just taking it all in, because that will help them to understand people a lot better. And I think this is so important because that's the only way that we will learn to actually like each other, love each other, is if we're able to actually see the differences and see the similarities and just respect them and just enjoy them without trying to justify or change them. So remember, compare, it's not about justification or it's not about anything negative. It's just about observing. So you're teaching your students to observe the world around them, the cultures around them. And then the last step of this framework is always to encourage your students to celebrate. So this is to share what they've found out, share what they've learned about, and sharing it with pride and with joy. Again, this is so important for our students to learn that we have to share. We have to celebrate other people. We have to share. We have to celebrate our work, what we learned, who we are. All of these things are important. Now, what is really important, and I have to, I encourage you, this is not going to happen straight away. Your students are not going to be experts at the whys, the compares, the celebration right away. It takes time. So the important point to take away is cultivate students to regularly think in this way, and your celebrations will be a lot more effective. So this is not just a one-time thing. This is from Monday. Whenever the students are learning about different cultures, you want them to not only work on the what and stop there, but go beyond that. Ask the why question, compare and celebrate. Do this regularly. And when you come to doing the big projects, they will do it so well. They will be very, very effective.